Hello, everybody. It's Severaltable4 for the weekly update. A few things today. First off, podcast Mental Health Pack podcast is tonight, as usual, 6 p.m. Eastern time to 8 p.m. Thank you for the people that have just been coming by, whether it's for the whole thing or part of it. I appreciate you. And yeah, thank you to the people who have also just sent in things with the form. It's given us something to talk about. Hopefully it's given you something to think about. Just remember, if you're, either questioning something, we've had some people just asking hey, this is my problem. Do you think therapy will help? Rather than talk about this problem, for me, but do you think therapy will help this? So, we get to talk about how therapy can address these things. Or if you have just a question of, how do I get through this right now? Or, anything really, it's very open. So, I think it's good just to talk about what's on your mind there. In terms of other things this week, I'm going to try to stream again. My workload, I think, is a little lighter. It's the beginning of the month, so I don't have as many responsibilities. Also, the Jewish high holidays are coming up, so I don't think that I'm going to be super busy this month, but I am going to be busy with that, obviously. But it is hopefully going to give me a little bit of time off from work. So I'll definitely time off from school. I do have a break from the last week of September until the end of October, which is nice. So it's just going to give me a little bit more time to be around over here. I did a Silksong stream last week, which was very fun, even though I was terrible at it. This week, I don't know, maybe I'll play more of that. Maybe I'll do something else. I don't know. But I would like to stream again. Monday nights and Thursday nights seem to be my free ability for streaming. So we'll see. As for other things, I'm going to try to draw a little more this week also. Problem is, my drawing time is evening into night. And my night times so far have just been mostly playing Subnautica, but I'm almost done with it. I'm in the final area, and I have pretty much all the upgrades and stuff I need, so I'm probably going to be done with that game soon and have to actually start doing other things. The horror. But yeah, as for other things, let's see, what do we have this week? I finished up my Patreon art last week. Did a piece of Zach and Tycho that I'll show that off once I get prints made. My friend Junie made a video essay about how Final Fantasy helped her with her religious guilt. I watched it myself. I also previewed it, so I have was able to see it be put together. But it's very good if you're a fan of Final Fantasy or you're a fan of I guess thinking. It's a very good video. Go check it out on Junibug's YouTube channel. I recommend it. I got a new capture card. I got the Elgato HD60X over here. Yay. So I did a test video last week with Pokemon Scarlet, and it looks very, very nice. So for streaming, hopefully that will do the trick. If I do a stream this week, now that I have that, I might actually do Chibi Robo. I'm really going to try to do it tomorrow. I'm really going to try if work doesn't get in my way. Let's see. What else we got here? Streaming. Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, so nothing else really aside from the podcast tonight, but something I did want to talk about that just kind of pertains to to my way of thinking, but I think it might be helpful for others, is I was talking to my clinical supervisor, and she was talking about the difference between values and goals. And what that means is that a value is something that's like a core part of you. And I know that for myself, and probably with other people that I've seen as well, but for myself, a lot of the times what I do is I conflate the values with my goals. And a goal is I want to be nice to people, I want to be successful, I want to be honest. I'd like to lose weight. And, the way that we think about it sometimes is that those goals are a part of us, meaning that if I don't lose weight, or if I am not able to make friends with people, or if I'm not able to be completely honest, then that's compromising my core self and I'm a failure. But in reality, what a value is, it's a noun. It's not an idea. Like it's not a wish. It's a noun. A value is honesty. A value is health. A value is kindness, timeliness. It's a set objective noun, and your goals are shaped by that noun. So if I value honesty, my goal is I want to be true with the people around me. Or if my value is timeliness, is I want to show up early and not make people wait. And you can fail at that, but it doesn't make your value any worse. And it might not seem like that's a big deal, but it's a very big deal, because it's how you talk to yourself in failure. And that's a problem that a lot of us have, is that when we fail, we feel like failures, because we're not being ourselves. And something I've dealt with a lot in the past, in regard to like my cancer journey, and not being able to do the things that I wanted to do, be there for my friends, to make videos, to be present with people, to help others, and I felt like a failure. I felt like I wasn't me. And what I've been trying to understand through therapy is that I was still me. I was just not able to reach the goals that my values are based on. But those values never changed. And that is your core. So, you can be upset that you're not hitting the goals that you want, but it's not the same as you compromising on yourself. You're not compromising on your values by not hitting your goals. There's some work involved that needs to be done. Maybe it's something that it is in your control. Maybe it's something that's beyond your control. You have to be honest with yourself on that front. And things that are out of your control are out of your control, whether you like that or not. But your objective worth is based on your values in this case. And your values are constant, or they're not, I mean, you can change your values, but your values are a constant that aren't affected by what you do. But it's more personal. What you do is how other people perceive your values, which is very important to keep in mind. But your self-ideal is not based on the goals that you hit. So all of this to say, please be kind to yourself. When you fail at something, or you don't hit that goal that you want, just tell yourself, who I am isn't defined by my successes. It's defined by my values. These static concepts that shape my goals. And it's very philosophical. But just tell yourself, like, was I able to help the people around me today? No. Do I want to be helpful? Or not even that. Do I value being helpful? The answer is yes. Then that's good. That's you. If you actually value that, that's great. Again, a goal is I want to be helpful. A value is being helpful. It's, if you have I want over there, then it's not the value anymore. It's a goal. So just keep that in mind with how you talk to yourself. And as always, remember to be kind to yourself. Remember to be kind to those around you, and do the big and little things for them. It helps out a lot. And yeah, I hope to see you this evening. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.